universally accepted procedure where a neck injury is suspected is to avoid moving the injured individual and to immobilize the spine until medical professionals can properly stabilize and transport them, as unnecessary movement of a spinal injury victim can worsen the damage. According to the Mayo Clinic, if an individual suspects that someone has a spinal injury, they should call 911 or emergency medical help, keep the injured individual still, provide support to the neck by placing heavy towels or rolled sheets on both sides of the neck, or holding the head and neck to prevent movement, and avoid moving the head or neck as much as possible. The Mayo Clinic also instructs that a spinal injury should be assumed if an individual complains of weakness, numbness, or paralysis, and that if a spinal injury is suspected, the affected individual should not be moved, as permanent paralysis and other serious complications can result. Accordingly, the officers should have left Mr. Cox where he was and let paramedics handle his extraction with spine precautions, rather than drag him out of the van and flop him into a wheelchair with no support for his neck and limbs. Not only did the officers' actions likely rise to the level of so-called deliberate indifference to a serious medical condition, but they may have also constituted an unconstitutional use of unreasonable force, as well as violation of Connecticut criminal law. Under Section 53A-64 of the Connecticut General Statutes, quote, "A person is guilty of reckless endangerment in the second degree when he recklessly engages in conduct which creates a risk of physical injury to another person." Section 53A-3 of the Connecticut General Statutes explains that, quote, "A person acts, quote-unquote, recklessly with respect to a result or to a circumstance described by a statute defining an offense when he is aware of and consciously disregards a substantial and unjustifiable risk that such result will occur, or that such circumstance exists. The risk must be of such nature and degree that disregarding it constitutes a gross deviation from the standard of conduct that a reasonable person would observe in the situation."